see, if you're structured, it is not complicated.
Okay.
So hence you need to be associated with a right team. Okay.
Correct.
See, we have generally understood that, okay, these are most buyers' problem, that I don't have time, but I want return.
Correct.
I want to be associated, I want assurity. All this is any buyers. So not as an assurity, because by law and by rule we can't give a assured return.
Correct.
But what we can do is we can assist, we can facilitate. So hence we have created a value-added service of having a dedicated leasing team,
Okay.
who will help the investors through the entire process. The process starts like this. If it is a property which is getting ready, say about 6 months or so prior, when the property is getting ready. Why? Because then only you will get the best of rentals.
Correct.
If you start too early, the rentals will be lower. So the discussion starts with clients. They inspect, they share the requirements. Based on the requirements, then we fit the requirement into what is the right solution for them.
Wow.
Based on the solution, there are terms decided.
Okay.
The terms are decided basically heads of terms बोलते हैं हम.
Okay.
या तो heads of terms और letter of intent.
Yes, LOI
बोलता है, letter of intent. तो an letter of intent, they express their intent to lease a space property on behalf of the investor who we are supporting, right? And वो हो जाता है, agreement is signed, registered. उसके बाद the tenant, the fit out starts. Correct. And then after that they go live. Correct. And they operate. So the whole journey we support in the whole process. So this is a whole journey. Unlike a residential where it might be just एक tenant आ गया, but this, because it is long term, you have to put in that work, because see, you are building something for the future and you are building a long term. You have to spend that time and energy. Yes. So hence it's very important to be structured in the whole process. Yes. This is in short the whole process.
Correct. And especially when the builder is helping you, who is more experienced and who is doing with hundreds of people, that comes very handy for the investor.
This is our day in day out job.
Correct.
So hence we understand. But of course it's more important to understand from the investor mindset also, to align with them as to what is
Correct.
it.
Their
expectations and to ensure. But most importantly, for this investor also, the end user is very important, because ultimately they are going to give you the rent.
Correct.
So we have to mix and match and carry this with multiple stakeholders and then do this.
Correct. So sir, generally when let's say investor expects a specialist, and when you are doing it day in day out, you are not just a generalist, you are a specialist. If the investor does this, he might be having just 1 or 2 commercial properties or 3 commercial properties. So he has just 3 property experience, and you have hundreds of property experience. And that's, I think, a game changer strategy, which you are helping out to the investor.
With the help of all these investors, we are able to build and gain that experience.
Correct.
For us to pass to the next investor.
Yes. Super.
Yeah.
Sir, generally, what is the ideal holding period for a commercial property to get the maximum return? जैसे हम शेयर मार्केट में बोलते हैं, तो बोलते हैं लॉन्ग टर्म करो, 10 साल के लिए मिनिमम करो, एंड देन थिंक ऑफ रिटर्न. ऐसा मार्केट गिरा एकदम एग्जिट मत करो. Think it as a long-term horizon. So, is it the same or different in commercial?
Yeah, long-term always. See, time in real estate beats timing in real estate.
Okay, good one.
So, the more time you spend, say, on an average, I would say you have to keep at least a 6 to 7 years as a horizon. Okay. Why? Because large leases and clients give an escalation at 15% every 3 years. So, 6 years में 30% automatically. Okay. If 30% compounded and all, it will make it about 33-34%. So 34% वैसे भी it is increased.
Correct.
So and then you exit there, you have almost doubled your property price, because the return has increased, and accordingly. So 6 years, if you are able to double. And more than double, actually. Double is your bare minimum, because there is an asset and all that can happen. So that's why I suggest that you need to keep a minimum 6 to 7 years.
So that's the horizon.
That's the horizon that I will always recommend. And mostly the private equity companies and the FIIs which are investing in India also keep that kind of a holding.